So example C here, we have exponents on exponents with coefficients as well. So we have to be careful of the coefficients, and we've got some negative exponents. So we have to apply exponent rules here. So it's often easiest to work inside out. So in this case here, I'm going to start with the brackets. I'm going to get rid of the brackets and then try to combine the numerators and then combine the denominators. So when we apply exponents, we can apply exponents across time. So we need to make sure we apply the exponent in all three parts of that multiplication. So in doing so, we're going to end up with 2 to the power 2. Let's use a thinner pen here. So I'm going to end up with 2 to the power 2, a to the power 6 to the power 2, which is a to the power 12. B to the power 2 squared is b to the power 4, and then we have the times a here. Okay, so that's all going to be described by that. That's going to be from there, that part there. So now I've dealt with the numerator. I'm going to deal with the denominator here. So this becomes 4 to the power 2. A to the power negative 7 to the power negative 2 is negative 14. B squared times a b negative 3. So I have to be a bit careful here because I've got negative powers. So I'm just going to count up the numerator and the denominator. I'm also going to change that 4 into base 2 so that I can put those together. So this becomes 2 to the power 2. A to the power 12 plus 1 is 13. B to the power 14, and that gives me all the terms in the numerator. I'm going to convert that 4 into 2 squared to the power 2, so that should end up being 2 to the power 4, and that's going to allow me to cancel out those powers of 2. A to the negative 14 means I'm dividing 14 times. A to the power 1 over here is multiplying 1, so they're going to count against each other, so I'm going to end up with a to the power negative 13. Now be careful, this is the 13 in the numerator is times, the 13 in the denominator is a double divide, so that actually is a multiplication as well. Okay, so I've got, just make sure I'm keeping track of things, I've dealt with that and that together to make that. I'm going to put my b's together. I've got b and b, so that's going to end up being my b here. So b squared, b multiplied twice, b divided 3 times is going to be negative 1, or divide once. Okay, so I'm going to just do it over to the right hand side here. This is 2 squared. I'm going to combine my a's, so it's going to be a to the 13 minus negative 13, so it's going to be positive 26. The divide b in the denominator, this is a double divide. It's in the denominator, so it's divide. It's a negative exponent, so that's another divide. So that really means multiplication. So that should go on top. And we can use our exponent rules. 14 minus negative 1 is going to add 1 to give us 15 there. This 2 in the denominator becomes 2 to the power 4. We can now simplify that. We have a 26, b 15 over 2 squared. And that's my final answer. And I can work that out as 4 if I like, but I could just leave my answer like that as